Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Hope Grown. We are on episode 5, and we have Miss Sitina with us today. Hey, y'all.
Hi.
So, Patrick and I are going to do a chat and learn more about what Miss Sitina does and all of the background that Miss Sitina has here at New Hope. Before it was New Hope, and we're going to dive in. So, Miss Sitina,
Yes.
could you tell me about your history with this building? Because I feel like this is such a fun fact, and I want everybody to know this because I think it's amazing.
Okay, well, picture it. 1847. No. No. Actually, I was born here in this building back in 71. I don't mind telling. But yes, it was Rock Hill's only hospital at the time.
That's incredible.
So, yeah, well, I'm not sure which floor, but I was here in this building, born in this building.
That's amazing, because for those of you who don't know, New Hope was originally a hospital here in Rock Hill, as Miss Sitina was saying, the only one here in Rock Hill. So I think it's incredible that you were born here and you work here and have made a career out of being at New Hope.
Oh, yes.
So if you could tell me more about what your current title is and what your history at New Hope has looked like.
Okay, the current title now is a residential support staff, which is in the PQI department. This is, I don't know which number it is, but when I started in 1997, I started as a residential staff, residential counselor on the floor, moved to the TL position a little while later. Then after that, I moved into the recreation department.
Gotcha. Okay.
And that was actually before Dolly was here. But
wow. I was going to wait to ask, did you all get to work together? So this was before Miss Dolly was here.
I started before she came, but then they, of course, the one that was here at the time,
yes,
she left, and then Dolly came. So,
gotcha.
But
Okay.
I was in recreation probably about 16, 17 years.
Gotcha.
After that, then I moved to the HR department at the time, and it was just for a short time, just filling in. And after that, moved to the health information department.
Gotcha.
So
I don't know if I knew this. I don't know if I knew about the recreational or being a part. Okay, awesome.
Yeah. So I stayed in health information for about 2.5 years, and then that's when I moved into, they developed the performance and quality department. So here I am.
So that just speaks to how much growth there is inside of New Hope, because so you started which year?
1997.
Gotcha. That's amazing. So do you have what was your favorite part about being with the residents, more like on the floors?
Oh, wow. Just seeing them come in, angry, but as they are here, they tend to, relax and start to grow. And then when it's time to leave, they don't want to leave. Right. So, but that was... I like seeing the transition.
Right.
And then from time to time, we would still get a call back from a resident, just to let us know how they're doing.
Right.
And I feel like that might be why I'm still here, because I like to hear, hey, you're doing great, or, something. So,
because we don't always get those moments, especially staff who are here every day, to see, okay, I actually made an impact in this resident's life, and they're thriving now. So I wish there was a window that we could have into people's lives to see, okay, they're doing well, we help them, and so that's amazing.
Yes.
So with your role now, are you more in contact and consistent communication with the staff on site, or are you still with residents? What is your current role consist of?
It's actually a little of both. With the residential support staff, I do get to go daily, to do rounds. We do have that grievance process where, if the kids fill out a grievance form, if they feel their rights are violated. So I do collect those. We go over them and investigate and handle those. It gives them a chance to have a voice.
Wow, I did not realize that there was a grievance order of operation. That's amazing. That's so helpful. That's a great addition, because especially when you're being watch 24 hours, and not everyone could see everything, so it's nice to be able to provide a voice.
Yes.
That's something that was not here when I was here 16 years ago.
Yeah.
So that's really cool. And you were here when I was here 16 years ago. Sorry, Patrick, I just kind of dived in. Do you have, I know you have questions in there, but I got excited. Thank you for sharing what you do here.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I love it.
Yes. And we love you being here. It was so amazing when I came back actually to be a staff and seeing a familiar face welcome me.
Right. See, that's why I'm still here to see it for this.
Yes.
I knew it.
Yes. No, 100%. I love it. It's so special. It's so special.
Ms. Sitina, you've quite literally seen this building evolve, probably more than anyone. Obviously, with your connection to the building itself before it was even New Hope.
Yeah.
Just talk about in your time here since you started with the company, the changes, the evolution of New Hope. Some of the biggest growth that you've seen in your time, and obviously professionally too, with the different roles that you've served. Some of the biggest changes you've seen.
Okay, well, I will say when I started, there was only 2 programs on the first floor. That was just 2 programs, and it was called the Step Down program. And we had a mixture of boys and girls on one unit. So I've seen that, and then after that, we got up to the second floor where we started. I think Starting Point may have come at that time. We had New Choices, because at one time we had Triad. We had a total of 8 programs at one time. As far as we did see is a lot of painting was done. A lot of things have changed. At least I know for the first floor, they remodeled everything. Right. But for as far as I can remember, as far as it's noticing the changes with different programs and seeing so many people, staff come and go and come back and go and come back again.
Yes, yes. Oh,
yeah.
That's really cool. So it's like, I know a lot of things. The first thing that when I'm visiting a community, the first thing that's asked is, does it look different from when you were here? And there are a lot of things that are the same, and there also are a lot of things that have changed. And so I know it from where you're sitting, it's like, it's really cool to see the evolution of it and to be able to accommodate different varieties of residents.
Yes.
Yeah, that's super interesting. I didn't know that it started as just 2 on the, so the whole building was pretty much empty.
Yes.
And, oh, wow.
Yes, because it was a nursing home. After there was a hospital before it was New Hope, and I believe New Hope started in this building in '95.
Gotcha.
So I didn't come to '97. So, but like I say, I never would have thought 2025 I'll still be here, to be honest. But I have seen it grow, and I really do appreciate it. It's a lot of changes, and I
you've
love
grown with it.
Yes.
So what got you interested in, or did that interest evolve as you as the years went on? Like, what made you interested to be in the mental health industry and residential?
Well, like I said, when I started, I was looking for a job.
Okay.
I knew nothing of New Hope. I knew nothing. Came up, put in the application, and I was like, okay, I'm just working with kids.
Right.
That's what I thought.
Right.
Had no idea. So as the time went on, I'm like, man, this is really interesting. I'm learning a lot. Different things. I'm hearing about things that I've never heard of in my life. So, as for meeting the kids, getting to know them, that's what made me want to stay and to learn more and just to be a part of a child's life, so they can leave here and be the best human that they could possibly be.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
That's incredible. Oh, I just had a question, but it escaped me when you were saying that. I don't know. It'll come back to me. But that's really cool that you were able to be a part of that.
25 and 12. Simple, seemingly ordinary numbers, but these numbers hold a special meaning at New Hope and prompted us to take action. 25, the percentage of young men diagnosed with an autism spectrum disorder, a number that is growing. 12. The average number of months families must wait for specialized residential treatment. But those days are over. Welcome to New Hope's Learning Enriched Autism Program, or as we like to call it, LEAP. New Hope may not change the 25, but we're impacting the 12. We're expanding this program from 6 to 20 beds, investing in the highest quality of treatment models and support systems. LEAP's team of specialists combines the best autism research with trauma-informed care and relational connections to create an environment where our youth thrive. At LEAP, youth learn the skills to reintegrate into their communities and chase their dreams. Families receive the support and resources to ensure this is the last residential treatment they'll ever need. With our enhanced program, the number that holds the most meaning to us now is 40. That's the number of successful LEAP graduates we anticipate annually. That's 40 lives changed. That's 40 families finding new hope through LEAP. That's our name. That's our promise.
This career is not an easy paycheck.
No.
So it's like you have to have that passion to stay in it. And it is, I've said this and I'll say it before, it's a high burnout career. But you see, I know you've seen that door, it's a revolving door where people are like, okay, I'm leaving. But it's like, no, this is where my heart is.
It is,
So, yeah, it's amazing. Like hearing about folks who left for a moment in time and then came back and just it's the residents, the kids, like
it is
and supporting each other too.
Yes, you have an aha moment sometimes, and sometimes the kids are like, oh, I get it. I'm like, yes. So we have a lot of success stories out of this building, so that's what I stay here for. And even the ones who are unsuccessful, I mean, I still, hey, I put forth my best effort to try to, like, say, for them to leave to be the best human that they possibly can be.
Absolutely. And like sometimes, like I remember I'd had a one-on-one one time here, and I kind of left feeling really defeated because I'm like, I don't feel like I reached her. Like, I don't know if it was helpful, but I got on the phone with my mom and she was like, well, just remember how many times people didn't think you were listening, but what they said just replays in your mind and is a part of your healing process. So I feel like there's so many moments like that where you don't get to really see what you've done, but you've made a mark and you've made an impression. So that's the hard part, but the great part about this is it always goes somewhere.
Right.
So that's awesome. For people who are thinking about becoming in a leadership role at New Hope, what advice would you give them, and what is also something that you would share to residents, advice or words of wisdom?
Okay, I would say, if you want to become in a leadership role, you have to be a people person. You have to be able to, roll with the punches, as far, not literally, but roll with the punches. It's going to be some good days and it's going to be some horrible days, but just don't give up. Don't give up. Some days the struggle's really going to be real, but stick in there. Do your best.
Right.
The kids do respond to structure. They do, and consistency. So if they see that, I've seen a lot of our kids, be really successful with that as well. With those people, so in leadership roles.
Right. And I think, I don't know if you would agree, but with being here for so long, there is a level of self-care that you need to have to be able to take care of yourself, your mental health and wellness, and all of those things. Is that something that you've had from the beginning? Is that something that you had to apply over time? How has that looked for you?
I definitely had to apply over time. I started out on second shift. So, like I said, the more and more I stayed, it got to a point where I felt like I was working 24 hours a day because I would go home dream that I'm at work, then I come back to work. So it's like,
which is like the cause of a stressful environment.
Yes,
It's like when you answer the phones all day, and you get home and you still hear the phone ringing. It's like, yes, I got you.
exactly.
Okay, so you never had a break. Your brain never got to recover before your next shift.
I think if you're a type of person who, you know, really is passionate for it, sometimes it don't turn off. It doesn't.
Right.
But over time, I did have to learn, you know, hey, take a break. You know, take a PTO day, take a mental health day if you need to, because it's best for you and the child, you know, and your coworkers that you're working with. So I always take a mental health break. If it's a few hours or something like that. But yeah.
That's awesome. Thank you, Miss Sitina. That was one of my biggest questions. I was curious how you self-care. So thank you for sharing.
That's it.
And thank you so much for being here. Not just here for the podcast, but also just here at New Hope. All the years.
28 years then we're working on.
So, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
Goodness. That's wild. That's amazing.
Yeah.
28 years. Okay. Well, that really concludes my part. Thank you so much, Miss Sitina.
Thank you.
Thank y'all so much for tuning in for another episode of Hope Grown. We'll see you on the next one.